Hey, this is another task I want you to do. And basically what happens is I have a separate email address set up. It's Paul D. There's two D's in it. Okay. And I have it linked to my LinkedIn account. And what happens is all these people are accepting invitations from me. And and then I get their email address, and then we put them into Batchbook, and then it pushes it over to Mailchimp, and we send them the personalized newsletters. But this is how we get leads. And because you're doing the rest of the Batchbook and the Mailchimp, I thought I'd give you this task as well. And what the task is I'll give you the login for my account, but also I'll give you the login for this email address. So when people accept the the invitation. What it is we run a company that go after tours. Okay, so that means they're boat tours or bus tours or whatever. And so what happens is when these people accept the invitation, you can go and look at if this the number of connections they have. If it is blue, that means you can go and click on it and you can go through all his connections and find other tour companies. Now, sometimes there aren't that many, and sometimes there's a whole bunch. And generally, the guys that have, see, here's Aero Stage Lines, that's probably a tour company. This is a hotel. And so you just cycle through here and you just kind of look for anything with a bus, president of charter bus lines. You can connect on that one. The problem is when you go and connect, you lose your spot in this, list of names. And so that's what you do, and you send these invites out, and then people accept it. And that's how I do it a little bit myself as well. Um, huh, this guy, this guy just but there's certain types of people that are really good, and I'll maybe even send a link to them. But someone's got to. I'm kind of busy, and I don't always have time to go and send these invitations. So here she is, Melaine. So you go to her. She runs a tour company, and likely in her contacts of 55, she's got other tour companies that she knows. It's just typically the way it works. And so you just cycle through their list. Here's a tour manager. So this guy, so you go and connect. What I'm trying to tell you is when you go and connect with this guy, and you go connect, and you go, we've done business before, which is not true. And then you say, we have, we have developed a marketing program, video marketing program for tour companies. Can I send you info? Video marketing program for tour companies. Can I send you info? So you go like that. But now you kind of lost you lost your place in going through that guy's leads. Now you can bounce through these ones as well, and what you do is you look right here. This number here tells you how many connections you have in common, and that means they're more likely to accept the invitation. Like this guy, me and him know 12 different people, so he's likely to look at that and go, wow, this guy knows this. I know 10 people, but these aren't really tour companies. But you scan through, look for the tour companies if there's any of them. But because I haven't been linking to too many tour companies, there's not too many showing up here. But if you were to focus and do this, and I need you to do it for San Francisco, and that here's 15 people. Night Owls. I think that sounds like a tours. So you go to it. CEO, born and raised. I don't know what Night Owls. Night Owls enables businesses in student travel and to take advantage of companies for safe travel, educational tours. Yeah, so they do tours. So once again, now this guy's got it blacked off, so you can't see the connections. And see, it's black, so you can't get in there. But also what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of San Francisco businesses, and I'm going to mark off the ones. Here, I'll just go to my drive here, SFO leads, and this is my San Francisco list, and I'll send this to you. And any of these ones, any of these cold ones, what you do is you take the website and try and do a search by the website, and hopefully you can find them. Okay, so you go like this, all about Chinatown. Well, let's do whale watching. San Francisco whale tours. So you come up to LinkedIn. You got to click on company search. Put it in there without the website address. It's got a San Francisco whale tours. Do a search to see if that comes in there. It's coming in there before or something. No, the guy's not in there. I don't. So it mainly works for the bigger companies. I'll give you a list of the ones I want you to do. They're gray line companies for different. But back to the LinkedIn thing. So what you want to do is you go into this email address, which I'll send you the thing, and it's basically all the ones that get accepted, all these ones that say accepted, invitations accepted. These are all people, and you just click into them, and if it says tour, now I happen to know this guy, Gray Line is a big franchise. He's probably got it locked off. He's got 391 connections, and anything to do with Gray Line, it's highly popular. So you click on Gray Line, and he's probably going to know a whole bunch of other tour companies here, I would think. Or he's kind of a CEO, so he may. But yeah, okay. So anyway, I hope you get the idea. And the other thing is when you just come into my web page, this guy, back to this guy here. This guy will have, I would think. So he's a CEO, so he's probably doesn't really have general manager of CityRama. He's already part of mine. What you have to do is when you go and look at a guy, you have to do check to say connected a day ago. In other words, don't send this guy an invite. In fact, you can't send him an invite because you're already connected to them. So it looks like that when you're connected. And it also tells you right here, connected. And here's the beauty of it is they give their personal email address here. Not the company email address, the one personal one that he checks every day. So that's those are the leads you're going to pull out. But just give that a whirl. And what I also mean is that you come into this, when you come into my website here, they should say, hey, people you might know. And you just click here and you scan through this, I don't know, once every couple days and see if you can spot any tour companies that show up in here. But because I have been connecting with a lot of tour companies, these people are not super there aren't a lot of tour companies in the leads, but if you were to focus on tour companies, then basically there'd be a lot more tour companies in this. So that's and then one other thing, not to throw too much at you, but each month we're going to have another 50 new leads coming to LinkedIn. So the way we do it, I assume, is that you're extracting all the leads out of LinkedIn right now, and then we're going to import them into Batchbook. And then at the end of the month, 30 days from now, you're going to do it again and say any common leads in there don't import. So it'll just import the new leads, the new 50 ones that we picked up that month. And that's a key task that I want you to look after is exporting these leads out of LinkedIn once every month and into out of LinkedIn and put them into Batchbook and then push them over to MailChimp, and then start a drip campaign where they say, hey, we send them an email that says, hi, this is Paul, and then, hey, I'd like to tell you a bit about my program, and blah, 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 like that. And all the replies will come into this email. So everything you do will be done off this email address. Okay? Thanks.